vowed to do, right? This is my 10 days of countdown to the Sip and Fellowship pop-up shop. We are now 8 days away. So I am just doing this because, again, this is my pep rally. I am pep rallying all the way through to that day, Lord willing, of May the 12th, which is on a Friday, the Friday before Mother's Day. This is our Mother's Day tribute. So this is my 8 days, my 10 days of countdown, and we're now on day 8, meaning we have 8 days away. And I'm getting a little bit anxious, but I'm also just still excited because I still got to keep on pressing and keep on moving forward. As I have stated, y'all, this is where I am just publicly sharing my journey, publicly sharing my countdown, and it is real. So therefore, no matter what of the outcome, you all will possibly get to see all of that because I'm sharing everything, and I don't mind being transparent because this is the walk of a believer, of someone who is carrying out their ministry, someone who is trying to strive, someone who is striving and thriving, trying to utilize the resources that I have and making it work the best of what I do have and leaning into God. So this is me just sharing a transparent journey with you all so that this can also be a testimony for other believers out there, because they want to see, like, okay, is it really what all these other business and entrepreneurs and other people say it has to be done this way, it got to be done that way in order to reach success, and these are the keys to this and that, and if you don't achieve it like this, then you won't be successful, you won't prosper. Well, here I am again, just being transparent and saying, like, look, like everyone else, I'm a believer. I am an aspiring entrepreneur. I don't have it all together. This is me stepping out in faith. And when you just include God in everything, when you include God in everything that you're doing, you submit to the Lord, you commit to the Lord, whatever you do. And you again just lean into God, do all what you can, right? Put all the work in that you can put in. And after you've done all you can, you just stand, and then we gotta allow God to be God. So this is my way of sharing my testimony of just saying, look, yes, we all can many other plans in a person's heart, but it is still the Lord's purpose that prevails. And if everybody that just can tell you this and that, which is where I'm not negating what other people, other secular entrepreneurs and people out there who does have good advice and good counsel of how to prosper and succeed. But the one thing that I'm learning and leaning in, and that I've can vouch for myself, is saying the Bible is one of those key guidances and your advisor to help you prosper, because everything is supposed to be right there in the Word that teaches you how to prosper and how to succeed. And like the Word said in the book of was it Joshua, where he simply told Joshua plain and clear, like, look, you are the next leader, my new leader now that's going to lead the Israelites over to that promised land. And look, it is just plain as simple as this. I want you to be courageous. I want you to be strong, bold, and courageous. And I want you to meditate on the word. I want you to meditate on it day and night. Meditate on those laws and those regulations and those decrees that Moses gave you. So if you follow that and you don't deviate, looking to the right or to the left, and you keep your mind focused on the word and meditating on it day and night, then and only then will you prosper. So basically, the word of and Proverbs is another good book, but it gives you ways of how you can prosper and succeed. So again, I know these other secular and worldly opinions of people, I'm not saying it is not true or that it wouldn't work or help. I'm just also saying I'm here to just show my journey in a way that I am leaning into God. I'm still doing my part, putting into action to do what I know how to do as humanly possible with my own human effort. But I mean, I can only do but so much. I'm still faulty and I'm still human. I have to lean into God's grace and God's favor and how he can lead and guide this path and this journey. So I encourage that as well. And again, I'm not saying what other people may advise and encourage. No, I'm not saying that they may be wrong. I'm just saying this is how I'm going about doing it. I'm leaning into God, and I'm just being intentional about just serving the purposes of the Lord with dignity and integrity, being carefully determining what pleases the Lord, just meditating on God's word, much intensive prayer. And also I encourage fasting because I'm actually in leaning into fasting right now. I've been in a fasting phase for several days now. So I'm beginning to understand in that word how important fasting is as well. So that's what I'm encouraging. But again, I'm just wanting to just come on again. It's not going to be long. As you can see, y'all, like, I know somebody might say, what is going on over here? This is half done, half undone. The cup is half full hairstyle because I'm not even done. But I still wanted to come on. I didn't want to let this half do stop me from coming on and saying, hey, we are 8 days away. I am excited. I'm still excited. And Lord willing, it shall be so. So I wanted to encourage today's live is to encourage about Lord willing, Lord willing. I mean, I am learning that is one of my key and main things to say moving forward in life with everything that I got going on. Because for one, we are not in control of the outcomes. Okay. Many other plans in a person's heart, but it's the Lord's purpose that prevails. And also there is no wisdom, no insight, and no plan that can succeed against the Lord. So you can sit there and plan things all you want. You can think you can have all the wisdom, all of the advice, all the counsel, all you want to make this happen and make this happen, but you are not in control of the outcomes. Our Heavenly Father is. So therefore, whatever you're doing, it's not saying you're not supposed to plan things and you're not supposed to step out in faith and make certain decisions, because yes, you have to. The Lord give us these choices, so He does give us a bit of that creative control in this earth. We have some control of some things where we can make these decisions. So we do want to make sure that we use wisdom when we are making these decisions, and that they are decisions that pleases God. But I'm just saying that, all of this thinking, this is how this is going to happen. And if you do this, this is sure to happen. Okay, well, if God is in control and God is sovereign and His will be done, we got to also remember, because like the words say, looky here, you who say tomorrow I will live to do this and do that, and I'm gonna make money and prosper here and do that. You don't know what your life will be like tomorrow. Your life is but a mist. You can be here today and gone tomorrow. So what you ought to say is that if the Lord's will, or if the Lord wants us to, I will live and do this or that. So this is what I'm encouraging on tonight's live, is that, listen, if you've heard me say several times, Lord willing, on May 5th, it shall be so, or on May the 12th, Lord's will, it shall be so. Listen, everything is Lord's will. And I applaud Myron Golden. He's another person that I've been following, that's been given some good counsel and good leadership and good words that I stand on by using the word to kind of filter, or not filter, but to just confirm his words. But he's a good trusted person. And, when he said that, it made me feel like, okay, I get it. And that's something that I'm leaning into, because at the end of the day, and I'm a prime example of thinking I had all the control. I've had a season of my life where I was going for it, and you couldn't stop me from doing nothing. I was like, whatever it is I wanted. I was ambitious, I was driven, and I thought I had all the control, until I looked up and nothing worked out, or nothing happened the way I wanted it to happen. So that's where it taught me a lesson that, okay, I don't have all the control. Because I had that mindset that you couldn't stop me from doing nothing. It was like I was on go. I was in tunnel vision. If it was something that I wanted, listen, I was going for it. But I also experienced much disappointment from that, because again, nothing happened the way that I planned. So that's where, when I read the word and I see that, and I can see that is proof, the word is proof, because my life that happened to me, then yes, I lean into the Bible, because that Bible tells me all about myself, all up and through that Bible. So that's one reason why I'm going to continue to lean into the word, because it tells me all about myself. And that Bible don't even know my name. So again, I encourage you, believers out there, entrepreneurs, whatever your career is, whatever you're doing, you're out there striving, you're thriving. You even if you wake up every day doing what it is you love doing, first of all, we ought to make sure that we do things with thanksgiving, with a thankful heart and a grateful heart, being thankful, making sure that we humble ourselves underneath God's mighty hand. Like, we got to be humble. And again, everything should be Lord willing, because at this point, we don't control these outcomes. It is the Lord's purpose that will prevail. So we want to show God that we yield in reverence to his timing. It doesn't mean that we don't plan what we want. It doesn't mean that we don't strive and that we're not supposed to envision things. Because again, if the Lord wants it to happen this way, he's going to prompt us. God will prompt us, and he will give us those visions, that intuition, those things that we think of and we dream of. For those dreamers out there, those people like myself, that I've always had an imagination out of this world. I was always dreaming big and thinking years ahead. For the most part, honestly, I was always never in the now. I was always just thinking ahead. And, I do believe for the most part, God gave me these big dreams for a reason. I just didn't do the right things with it in the past. I had a bit of selfish ambition. I thought I had all the control then. But the Lord is the one that gave me all these beautiful, vivid dreams and imaginations and all of that was in me, that again, if that was the Lord prompting me, that there are some big things, some things I need to do, that I have a calling on my life. But I had to understand what I didn't then, because I didn't know any better. But I understand it now, that I'm yielding to God's design. So that's why I encourage that whenever you're doing whatever you're doing, sure, it's okay to say, next year we're going to go here and do this and do that and make this kind of money and profit on this and do that. And it's okay to plan, but you make sure you with reverence to God, you're saying, hey, if the Lord allows, if the Lord wants me to, I will live and do this or that. I mean, so from moving forward, that is my key motto with everything. I'm saying, hey, Lord willing, on May the 12th, it shall be so. Lord willing, on July, the Runway Ministry and Fellowship Experience will take place, and I'm praying that it will be a glorious evening, Lord willing. So it's just that's what I just encourage today. So this countdown, today's countdown, and we're 8 days away, is about me encouraging that, listen, no matter what it is that I'm planning, no matter the insight that I had, no matter the ideas that I have for the Sip and Fellowship pop-up shop that take place on May the 12th, ain't nothing gonna take place if the Lord don't allow it. So if the Lord will, if the Lord allows, right, on May the 12th, I am excited about this. I'm a bit anxious because I'm still hoping that it's going to be a good turnout, but I'm excited about this opportunity again to be able to just bring people together, to fellowship, to enjoy each other, to support each other's gifts, our talents, our products, and our services. So vendors, come on out, have a good time. Again, don't be discouraged if you got kids or family members that you want that they need to come and support you anyway. So bring everybody out. Let's have a good time listening to good music, fellowshipping with our families. We got karaoke, open mic, we got some games. So it's just a night that we just get to have a good time, and in a good way that pleases God, giving God the glory. So that's what I'm excited about. It's about the impact. It's about the impact of that night that we all get to come together and just be thankful that God allowed us this chance to come out, have some fun, share our gifts, support each other, and let that be that. I mean, at the end of the day, life can be really short. We got so much going on out in the world. We want to take a step back from all of the traumas, all of the negative things that's happening in the world, all of the worldly things that's happening. I just want to create an atmosphere for my family of believers where they can come in a worthy atmosphere where, again, we are allowing God's presence in the building. And that's what this is about. And I'm just excited about it. And again, Lord willing, it shall be so. If you cannot come and hang out in person and live or with us physically, it is okay. Virtually, that's why I'm creating this space where virtually you can still praise the Lord from the comfort of your own home. Grab you a popcorn, grab some soda, get ready to watch the karaoke and watch laughing at some of us that's going to be grabbing that mic, trying to get on the mic and sing some songs, and know good and well we ain't got no business grabbing the mic. But that's what karaoke is all about. So yeah, if you can't make it live, make it in person. That's why I'm creating the virtual world of the Sip and Fellowship pop-up shop, so you can still have a good time from your own home. Be active with us, leave us some hearts and some stars. So follow me now while you can, so you can keep up with everything that I got going on. Again, I'm just excited about this opportunity. I've been praying about this. This is something that I've been just staying in communication with God to lead me and guide me with this. And again, if I'm just intentional about staying in the will of God, again, I can't be concerned about the outcomes. I still got to do this regardless. Because again, this is all about me contributing, and it all about me just showing God that I do want to live a life worthy of my calling. I do want to, again, because the Lord has enabled me to carry out his ministry as ministers of the new covenant. So listen, just like how, and I was just saying this today, and I'm about to get ready to get off, y'all, but I was just saying earlier today, as I was just praying in my fasting mode earlier today, I was just saying, God, Lord, work with me, continue to work with me. This is new for me. This whole journey of this spiritual journey of thinking different, where I literally, every time I'm thinking, every decision I got to make, I am carefully determining what pleases God. Every time I do something, I am considering God. When it comes to every decision I make, I am considering God. I'm trying to think of the word, and I did not live like that before. So this is all new to me. This is all, it's in a sense, it's almost just, it's unnatural and weird, but it's one of those things where you have to be intentional to make these decisions, to intentionally answer to your spirit. And I had to have this honest talk with God, saying, God, I need your help, because I've never lived like this before. I never lived in a way where I thought about you first with everything that I was doing. I always lived to please myself, and my flesh always was bigger, and I just did what I wanted to do. And I already see where that life led me. And this is just me. This is exactly what I'm saying to God. I see where that life led me when I lived for myself, when I was siding with Satan, when I was friends with the world, which made me an enemy of God. And of course, I didn't know any better, but I was like, God, I didn't, at that time when I was making all of these foolish, immature decisions, I didn't even think about the grave consequences of those decisions. I didn't think about the depth of the consequences that I would suffer from those decisions when I was just living to please myself and living to be friends with the world, trying to be friends with the world, trying to gain approval with the world. I honestly, my mind just wasn't thinking on what you're doing. You're angering God. You're disappointing God. You are abandoning. I mean, my mind just wasn't thinking like that. I just literally was just on go for myself. Even though it's not like I was an evil person, but I still was just dead because of my disobedience and my many sins. And I just was not thinking about God at all. I thought about God. Yes, I was raised in a church. I knew all about God, but I'm just telling you how, again, this is why the Bible is real, because it's telling me all about myself. I literally, now that I know now, the Lord has unveiled it and he has revealed to me how I was in the past. I'm like, wow, I literally was dead to my sins. I was dead because of my disobedience, because I was in tunnel vision to that world. So now that I was like, Lord, now that I'm woke, this is serious to me, and I care about my relationship with you, God. This is the relationship. This is the conversation I'm having with God, and I'm only being transparent so that I can share this with you, for somebody who's still going through it and who may still be struggling with sin, who may be struggling in their change and trying to and in their walk. As I will encourage you, where the Bible does say, and Paul does tell the Galatians that, hey, you foolish Galatians, why are you now trying to become perfect by your own human effort? Now that you are new in the spirit, why are you trying to become perfect by your own human effort? It's still going to take God to still continue to work in you to do these things. So I have to have these talks with God, because I'm like, God, this new life, this new Christian life of trying to pursue living a life of freedom in Christ Jesus is all new to me, God. And I was like, God, definitely don't want to be on your bad side anymore. I don't want to anger you, Lord. I am a child of God. I am declaring and decreeing I'm a child of God now. And I'm not trying to do anything. Okay, I don't know what happened. And I'm just like, listen, God, I just need your help. I need your help in this journey, because I'm not trying to do anything to continue to anger you, Father. So I need your help, because I want this to be a genuine relationship. I want my deliverance and my change to be genuine. I want to know that my walk and this change is real. And that I don't want to be like a dog that returns to its vomit. So this is the real life conversations I'm having with God as I'm in fasting and prayer early today. Like, God, I just need your help with my deliverance and being saved, because I want to keep my deliverance and I want to stay saved. And I said, God, that matters to me. My relationship between me and you, it matters to me. My character, it matters to me. What people think of me, that matters to me. My me being a role model to my daughters, that matters to me. My steps, every decision that I make moving forward in trying to pursue living a life worthy of my calling, all of that matters to me, because I spent so much time in my former life as my former self making all of these bad decisions that I'm still paying the consequences for. So God, I just need your help in this journey. So yeah, I just wanted to share that with you all real quick, and I'm getting ready to get off. But yes, like, just to encourage my family of believers out there, and people out there who are entrepreneurs, kingdom entrepreneurs, people who are, again, thriving and striving to live a life worthy of their calling. And God has a calling on your life. And again, you're trying to live in purpose, right? And you are just, again, that convenience of serving the purpose of God with dignity and integrity. It is a fight, because Satan, again, he still has to do his part. So we have to have these conversations and continue to seek God in everything that we're doing. We got to continue to look to God, continue to keep that sword of the Spirit, which is the word. Because it is going to help. That word is literally my light and guide, and I'm so thankful for that. I'm thankful for the me being intentional about what's being fed in my ear gates and my eye gates of all these sermons and things that I'm listening to, being determined to filter, fight, and focus, and filter out the trash that was in my life from my former life, trying to bring in the new things so that so the Lord can work in me and change the way that I think. So I'm just thankful for what I can tell that I'm not where I was. I'm not who I used to be. I'm this new me now, and I'm just thankful for that. But again, I just had to say, God, listen, this journey is new to me, so I need your help. And that's including my faith walk. Because again, with me stepping out, trying to have the Sip and Fellowship pop-up shop, I don't even know what to expect of this. I don't even know what kind of outcomes is about to happen of this. My spirit just had a prompting of Lord of this being a calling of me deploying my gifts into the land and my natural abilities and my gifts, and this is me out there carrying out my ministry. God, I don't even know what I'm doing. I don't even know what's going to happen. Well, as I had learned as an encouragement from another sermon that I was listening, that faith, the opposite of faith is seeing. So if you see what's going on, you see the outcomes, you see, you feel like you have the answers to everything, then that's not faith. Stepping out in faith is you literally walking by faith, and you don't see what the outcome is. You don't see what's going on. All you know is you taking that plunge, taking that risk for God, and leaving it up to God. And so now I'm gonna leave it like this. So again, I know I said this is what I was talking about, but what I was saying to God was that, Lord, just like in my former life, when I was on go, living for myself and living to please myself and thinking I had all the control. Listen, when I say I was ambitious, driven something, you couldn't listen. My drive was so on 100. I was speeding every day because that's how much drive I had, literally. But I was on go for the world. I was on go to please myself. So I say, okay, God, I tell you what that obviously sounds like that means, Lord, you've given me a second chance. I better keep that same energy when it comes to being on go for you. So when I was back in my former life, when I was on go and I used to get told no, used to get rejected, and I was steady going, like you told me no, I was still going to plan A, B, C, D. It was like I was still ready to take on the world, to prove to the world and living to please myself. And you couldn't stop me. I was relentless. So I'm like, okay, if God has given me a second chance to live for God, I got to have that same relentlessness for God, and being on go for God, meaning these same rejections and stuff that's going to come, the same fails, the same slip ups, the same not knowing what the outcomes are going to be. Just because I get told no or something don't work out, I get to the Sip and Fellowship pop-up shop and it doesn't turn out how I want. Just like how I didn't give up when I was trying to prove stuff to the world, I got to do the same thing for God. And so this pep rally talk, this pep talk that I have to give myself every day, because every day it ain't easy. I still get defeated. And again, I still have to keep saying, I'm new to this. I'm new to this whole spiritual journey. And I have to, again, go back to the word. That's why the Bible, y'all, I'm telling y'all better dig in that Bible, because it helps. And so I had to keep saying, like Paul told the Galatians, now that you are made new in the spirit, why are you trying to become perfect by your own human effort? So I have to tell myself that, like, it's not a perfect journey just because you are saved and delivered. That's the part of it. That's when the spiritual warfare is going to begin, right? So I have to keep that in mind and keep on encouraging myself, keep on reading that word and keep on praying and crying. So that's what I wanted to say, y'all. And again, I got to drop a word, and that's what I better do, because if the Lord is prompting my spirit, somebody may need to hear this. And I keep hitting this mirror. But yes, so y'all, the Sip and Fellowship pop-up shop is on May the 12th, 6 to 9 p.m. Lord willing. If the Lord allows, it shall be so. And I want y'all to join me. If it's not physical, join me live virtually. Just come on right here to YouTube Live with Ebony, or you can also check out my other YouTube channel, Godly Models TV. Also log on to my website to get your tickets, www.godlymodelstv.com. I'm gonna get on off of y'all. I don't even see how this time be going by so fast. Like, I don't even feel like I was talking that long. We're already at 24 minutes, almost 25 minutes. And it seems like each time I go live, the time is longer and longer, and I be trying to cut it shorter and shorter. And I'm doing what I keep saying that I'm not going to do, and I'm doing it. So y'all, I'm gonna get on off here because I gotta finish up my hair. I'm excited. Also, these another one of my earrings I wanted to quickly talk about here. These are my Rejoice earrings, because I told y'all I do designer earrings. So these are just another pair of my favorites here. This is with the jean material, and it simply says rejoice. Because listen, we got to rejoice in hope, be patient in tribulation, and constant in prayer. So if you want to check out some of my faith-based t-shirts and also my faith-based designer handmade earrings, you can also check out that from my website as well, www.godlymodelstv.com. Y'all, I will catch you all next time for my 10 days of countdown. Tomorrow, Lord willing, to be day 7. I'm going to come back on my pep rally, hyping it up, getting hyped up before the main event. Listen, I am excited, y'all. So y'all have a good night. I will catch y'all next time.